Bright and early, ahead of the team's fourth game of the season and first against the Albany FireWolves, forward Kyle Jackson spends his last hour at home with his daughter Tatum and wife Dana. The couple is expecting their second daughter in just a couple of weeks. The Jacksons now call Nova Scotia home. Ironically, Kyle is one of 5 players on the team that have some of the toughest travel schedules, heading to and from Ontario at least once a week throughout the season.
I'd be lying if I said that it was easy. I think that anybody that is single and doesn't have those responsibilities, it's an awesome lifestyle to live, and it's amazing, and you're always getting to travel new places, do different things, stay in different hotels. But once you start to build a family, you've got a wife, kids, I think that priorities shift a little bit, and especially mine. My greatest achievement in life is becoming a father and a husband, and being able to do that day in and day out is what I strive for. So the extracurriculars of having to travel to practice, especially and whatnot, I don't want to say they dwell on you by any means, but it becomes taxing where you enjoy spending those moments at home, and when you have to miss those moments, I think that that's when it becomes difficult. So in the past, this was the greatest job in the world. It still is the greatest job in the world, but my priorities have shifted a little bit, and I do thoroughly miss those moments that I could be spending at home. I'd definitely say that just the overall travel, especially even being out in Atlantic Canada, it takes a lot longer to get places, but I think that mentally, I'd say it does take a little bit of a toll. I know that what I do behind the scenes helps me for even those long travel days where I know that I've prepared, I've gone to the gym, I've done the proper research in order to make sure that I'm even wearing the proper socks on planes so that my ankles don't swell up, because when you're at altitude and that happens, I've tried to prepare myself as much as possible to make sure that I'm set up for success in all facets of the game.
Jackson and the offense arrive at their weekly film review before battle with the FireWolves. There is someone on each of the Thunderbirds' minds. Earlier in the week, Vera Steyer's mother of team owner and general manager Kurt Steyers passed away. A residential school survivor, Vera was a driving force in the team's Every Child Matters campaign.
Obviously, you all know that Kurt's mom passed away this week. I talked to the leadership group. Next Friday, we're going to donate our per diems. So I'll arrange for all the per diems to get put on a check. And we're going to donate our per diems to Every Child Matters on behalf of Kurt's mom.
I understand what Kurt's going through, losing a parent. I lost my dad from cancer earlier this year, and it's hard. It's hard to lose a parent and somebody that was so involved like Vera was, and so meaningful to Kurt and to our team. She was at our championship games when we played in Rochester. She'd be texting him up until last week during the game and asking him, how's the team doing? What are we doing? What's happening? So she was very involved in the team and very involved in Kurt's life and influenced him in many ways. And, it was similar to what my dad, did for me. We talked before every game, and, not have those communications, it's hard. So I know what he's going through. I know how powerful a parent can be in your life. And, I hope the boys really come ready to play this weekend and we get a W for Vera.
Before practice, Tyson Bell sizes up this weekend's opponent.
They're a good team. Obviously, coming from New England, they got a lot of vet guys like Joel Urez, Brett Manny, Matt Fontaine, who, in my eyes, is one of the top defenders in the league. He's did his role and put in his time. So we're not going to take these guys lightly, as we don't take anyone lightly. But just looking forward to another opportunity to play and. 2 points. We're just looking for 2 points.
Just the way you like it. On the sidelines for the second consecutive week is veteran Stephen Keogh.
A few weeks, just a little bit of a bum hamstring, but I'll do everything I can to come back healthy and get ready to go for the rest of the season.
You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick.
The Thunderbirds practice just hours before the team loads the bus and travels south of the border for the first time this season. Some may not be fans of the 6-hour trip they're about to endure. Others don't take it for granted.
I am really looking forward to the bus ride. I'm really looking forward to it, putting my feet up, as the boys like to say, we'll rub our toes together. And it gives an opportunity for everyone to be under the same roof for 6 hours. We're going to eat together, we're going to watch movies together, play cards together, joke together. And I'm really looking forward to this weekend. And it'll be a nice ride home on Saturday night. It's going to be get out of there with 2 points and celebrate on the way home. I look forward to it.
4 Thunderbirds have little time to spare upon arriving at the hotel in Albany, New York. Lacrosse legend Paul Gait has Graeme Hossack, Austin Shanks, Nonkon Thompson, and Cody Jamieson out for a promotional shoot for Gait Lacrosse.
You're always in the way, man.
Like your first rodeo.
So you'll get kind of a headshot, a full body, like in your gait here with the sticks and stuff. We'll start off still, so kind of just standing, holding your
The boys get to put their modeling abilities to work.
Since we're in Albany here, they invited us out, take a few photos, little publicity stuff, have a little fun with a couple of guys here, and try out some of the new sticks. I got my new defensive head that I gotta play with over the next little bit. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for the modeling life, but can have some fun with it.
Plus size model, actually. But it's good, honestly. We had a long bus ride today. Bus 6-7 hours today. So, when I brought it up to the boys last week there, we thought it was a no-brainer. Get out. At least we're getting out of the hotel room. We're kind of moving around. We're playing with our stick, which is always a plus. So, we feel that it's a benefit for us to, shake out the bus legs a little bit and not be stuck laying in bed and, get to hang out and shoot a little crossball around.
So what you're telling me is you knew about this a week ago and you didn't let me know?
For sure, I didn't want you to come.
Everything is going according to plan until the cyborg Hossack has a fellow robot turn against him, and things get bloody.
They wanted us to shoot a little loose ball clip. They were gonna have the drone follow up behind me when I was running, scooping the loose ball. So we started, I was going, and then just as I was about to pick up the loose ball, I just kind of feel the drone hit the back of my head, and I stopped there. And just,
the drone's broken.
Yeah, I think the propellers broke, but
So that's it?
it ended up, well, we put a Band-Aid on it, but I was leaking pretty good.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt.
Unfazed.
It's time for shoot-around, but due to scheduling conflicts, it won't be at the team's destination on the night. The Thunderbirds get warmed up at the Knickerbocker Arena. Halifax's leading scorer, Clark Peterson, will miss the evening's game as he has not been cleared to play by doctors. Defender Brad Gillies will make his return after being lifted from the COVID protocol list. For the first time as a veteran in his NLL career, Kyle Jackson, goalless in the team's first 3 games, will be healthy scratched while Nonkon Thompson draws in on offense. Jackson's struggles are a little worrisome for the team.
It's a cause for concern. I mean, it's, you only have so many guys that you can dress every night, and, if you're not producing as an offensive player, the question marks start to come, and it's, it's at the point where, we've tried different things, we've talked to him in different ways. The only thing that's left is for him not to play and start reevaluating for himself as to where he's going to be.
All athletes at some point in their careers go through some sort of struggle, whether it's outside of the game, inside of the game, maybe they're not performing how they want, but for me, it just so happens that I haven't been able to score. And it's tough, it's not fun by any means. You're paid as an offensive player to score goals, and when you're not doing that, you feel like you're not doing your job properly. But I know that I'm doing the things outside of the game in order to set myself up so that when I do have that breakout game, we never have to have this conversation again.
Let's get ready for a very hungry Albany FireWolves, whatever they're called. Okay? Again, we always talk about it's about us. Let's make sure we're ready to go.
Before things wrap up, there's a surprise award given.
Got a little trophy for Practice Player of the Day. Yeah! Today, this is going to go to number 18.
Hey, no cameras.
Congratulations, by the way. I know the practice started out rough for you, Wiz.
Yeah, I killed it on the massage table about halfway through. I think that was the game changer.
Good practice, boys. Nice and light, a lot of laughs. That's fucking awesome. But now we gotta, gather our fucking thoughts, right? Come prepared, come ready, fucking go. Birds on 3, 1, 2, 3. Birds!
Practice player of the day for Jake Withers.
Pre-game practice player.
Great effort. Great effort today.
It's an honor.
Great effort.
Honor. Just an honor.
Yeah.
Hey, where do we have to put it back though?
the guy, eh?
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what?
At the MVP Arena in downtown Albany, the Thunderbirds and FireWolves experience a minor setback. The arena staff is delayed in laying down the turf, affecting some pregame rituals. But David Brock uses the extra time to have some fun with rookie Connor Watson, who has earned himself the nickname Dylan, though not by choice.
This is a unique league. We're not around each other a whole lot. New to the team, he's a young kid. To be honest with you, he reminds me a little bit of my younger brother, who's named Dylan. And he had his speech at the team banquet where we were going over our goals. He had his speech before mine, and he said something that really stuck out to me, and I quoted him in my speech. And of course, I froze and I forgot what his first name was. I could have sworn it was Dylan.
I think it's hilarious, but I think the part of him being called Dylan was such an innocent moment, and I think it was such a pure moment. You know, when Brocky's talking and you know, and he looks at it and he's like, and you know, guys like Dylan.
The room kind of went silent, and I thought to myself, oh boy, his name's not Dylan, is it? Sure enough, it's Connor Watson.
And he continues his speech, and then, you know, Connor's looking around and he's like, you're not Dylan, are you? And ever since then, he's been Dylan. So I don't think that ever will change. I mean, I think that nickname stuck for him. He's Dylan for life.
Watson was without a name bar in his debut NLL game, as he was a late addition to the lineup, so he'll be on the lookout for what's on the back of his jersey this evening.
Forever known as Dylan.
Just wanted Kurt here. I just wanted to show you that. So we talked about having Vera stars in our hearts and in our minds. We got them on our helmets for tonight's game. So I just wanted to present that to Kurt so he can see that. Brocky?
One guy, he's earned this, right? He didn't have a name bar on his jersey last game. You know, not a lot of us knew his name early in the year, but I'll tell you what, he certainly earned this, and we're not going to forget his name now, okay? Where's that?
Happy to be here, boys. Let's get this up tonight.
I think this has the potential to be the game of the weekend.
I mean, it's one team that is, you could argue, one of the hottest teams in the league against a Halifax team that they're 3-0, but it's been a roller coaster in every single game, with maybe the exception of that Toronto game. I'm excited. This New England team / Albany has given this Halifax / Rochester team some fits over the year.
And that's the truth. The Thunderbirds organization a collective 2-6 against the FireWolves organization since 2018. Following an accelerated warm-up, it's now back to the locker room.
Hey boys, I just got a few things. Again, hard on and off the benches is going to be key, right? Limits their transition, creates our own. So offense, we got to do our fucking job, making sure that D isn't chasing numbers all night. D, get to the bench, let us get into our own transition, okay? O, let's invest in the ball here tonight, right? As much as we like going early, let's use the 30-second clock, especially early. Let's be physical, but not stupid. Let's stay out of the box. They got some guys that don't like the physical game. Let's make sure we punish them, okay? But punish them between the initials and punish them smart. Do all the small things, right? Let's battle for those loose balls. Let's come up with those 50-50 balls. Let's do all the things that we can know that we can do as a team, right? Again, at the end of the day, it's always been about us and what we do. They can give us a cold room. They can give us a 20-minute workout. They can put us in a hotel. It doesn't matter. What matters is what we do for the next 60 minutes.
It's real easy to start making excuses right now on what is going right. Okay, let's leave that to them. We play our game. Okay, let's outscore them. Let's outshoot them. Out transition. Play better defense than them, and our goalie's gonna play a lot better than theirs tonight. Here we go. Birds on 3, 1, 2, 3, birds!
If it was cold in the locker room, it's colder on the floor for Halifax. Andrew Q opens the scoring less than a minute in, and the FireWolves bring the heat.
A delayed celebration, they get it to go past Warren Hill. It's Q dumping underneath and a score.
And that's a perfect example, PG. You see a 4-pass combination where they get the ball on the right side.
It's 6 minutes and 38 seconds in, Thunderbirds still without their first of the night, when Joe Rezzateritz gets on the score sheet.
An absolute rocket from up top, and the FireWolves lead 3-0.
Halifax lacks cohesion, and Colton Armstrong's first of the season is the Thunderbirds' lone goal after half.
We're not going to win too many games to go one. But I see everybody's working for themselves and nobody's working together. We're not confident in our shots. We're flogging shots at him. He's dropping and we're just hitting him right in the belly pad. And if you miss a shot, stop tripping over your bottom lip and jogging to the bench as they push 4 guys. If you don't want to run off, take it off and stay in the room.
This game could be a lot different right now, but it's not. Right? So what are we going to do moving forward? Right? I still say we can do some of what we did. Right? We all had opportunities to score. Let's go create those same opportunities, except score this time.
Let's get a couple swings, right? We don't have to attack with 15. Let's go at 6, 7. That's when we're going to go to the rack, right? Unless you're wide open. That'll prevent us from chasing them all night.
Clean it up, boys. Clean it the up, inch by inch, right? Play by play, shift by shift. We get better, right? A little bit better than the last one. Let's go on a couple runs here. Birds on 3, 1, 2, 3. Birds!
In the second half, the Thunderbirds creep back. An incredible goal from Eric Fennell gives the team life. Chris Boucher picks up the trash off a Jamieson rebound, and suddenly this one's not so far out of reach. With less than a minute to go, Fennell appears to have scored his second of the night, and while the officials go upstairs, the Thunderbirds feel they're within striking distance, an opportunity to tie the game with just 7 seconds left.
They got to review it, and then before we review it, we call a time. We can call a dead ball timeout.
I think they're going to get an extra on that.
Yeah. Then it should be our possession, right?
No goal. Game over.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Halifax, who's been everybody's talk of the league up until this game, and they were shut down.
I don't know where Halifax was this game. They were flat. They never got themselves into it. And one goal in the first half, I never saw that coming from Halifax. They just looked really, really flat and maybe just chalk that thing up to just a stinker, which you're going to have throughout a season. Like there's going to be 1 or 2 of those in there.
I could come in here and lose my marbles. And I had to think about how I wanted to approach this. We can't play a half and expect to win a game in this league. We can't. We outplayed them badly in the second half. We got outplayed badly in the first half. But boys, we have to take this as a lesson. We battle hard every practice. We work hard every practice. We have high expectations out of you. We can make all the excuses we want. They're useless. Excuses are for losers. And this team's a winning team and a great team. We don't make an excuse about why we lost.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. You guys all know we didn't come out and have our best, right?
No one's gonna roll over.
We'll just remember this and we'll be more prepared. Right? And the moment you're like starting to feel lackluster, remember this and not do it again. Right, boys? Birds on 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Birds!
I mean, I know we were getting a little bit like, we're good. We can kind of come in and not maybe put our best foot forward. And so it's good. It's good that you lose these types of games now. Kind of get that feeling of the loss and the feeling of how we kind of prepared for the game and that we were a little bit lackluster. And so we'll know going forward that like we just can't play against any team that way in this league or that's going to be the result, right?
A A short layoff before the Thunderbirds head to their temporary home, Hamilton, Ontario, to take on the New York Riptide.
If I look at this one?
All right, Sue.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Well, Gracie, happy birthday. Happy 10th birthday. And I hope you had a great day. Sorry I wasn't there, but I know you were cheering at home.